Greetings, YouTube. Welcome to the gates of Valhalla for part 7 of God of War Valhalla with a therapist. So grateful. So grateful that so many of you are engaging with this playthrough in the ways that you are. It has been my absolute pleasure to bring it to you, and I am honored you care about what I have to say about it. So let's keep going. Leave a like, leave a comment, click all the links in the description, all that fun stuff, and yeah, tell your friends. Let's keep going. I have no idea what to expect tonight. Will we beat Tyr again? No idea. Okay. I'm stronger than yesterday. Valhalla's nothing but a mile away. Hey, we get another piece of that key thing. Kratos is a low-key Britney Spears fan, absolutely.
The key again. More to the story?
Yeah. When there is time.
Cool. Can't wait to hear more about it.
That'll do it, brother!
Oh, baby. What do you think Kratos' favorite Britney Spears song is? Yes.
You and Sigrun, how was it you first spoke?
Back when Freya was queen in Asgard, the better times, I mean, there really began to be some culture around the place. Poets, musicians, the odd contortionist would pay visits, perform, mingle. On one occasion, I'd taken a seat expecting to see this balladeer of the lowlands, when Sigrun walked in. Somehow more stunning than I'd ever seen her. And when of all places she chose to sit next to me, well, a lot of very interesting things happened very quickly. But I may need to collect my thoughts while you get us killed again.
Oh, yeah? Thinking about that handy you got under the table, getting you a little too excited, bud? Just so I never have to come over here again. Beauty. Alright, we gotta go to the question mark door, obviously. We must. LEG's dummy, thank you for the prime sub.
Incoming! Above you!
Okay. Good, good, good. Another chest to open. Whoa. I just siphoned her Bifrost. Yeah, Dr. Mick, you've been able to do that the whole time. Maybe if you let us back seat, you'd known that. It's cool, I'm learning. I'm learning. Uno mas. Where might you be? Oh god, I rolled too early. Only took 7 parts to remember. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I don't know that I even knew that in the OG playthrough. Like, I don't know that I paid attention enough to know that that was a thing that you could do. But cool. I'm down. I mean, it makes the spear that much cooler. Basically, the siphoning is that you pull whatever element there is out of the enemies. So, like on those poison guys there, I pull, like using my heavy attacks, he pulled the poison off of it onto the spear and then used it to poison them. All right, where the hell is this third one? It can't be far from me. Oh, there it is. Yes. Give me your goods. Oh, yeah. Drop near crest. Yes, good. I can buy the divine whatchamacallits now. Up we go. Okay. Ooh, mastery point. Now give me the stats. Blessing of justice. Yes. Thank you. Okay. And off we go.
Let us get back to your memories of Sigrun. She sat beside you.
Yes, she chose to sit next to me. No big thing, really. Yet, somehow, despite myself, I felt a rush in my stomach like I was a green lad again. Embarrassing at the end of the day, to be so simple. I made some remark, and I learned how it felt to make her laugh.
I'm gonna let him finish, but this confirms a bit of what I was talking about in the last episode, which is that Sigrun brought something out in him that he hadn't experienced in a long time, which is that he felt like an idiot, which would be kind of nice when you always feel smart. Like if it brought him back to being a bumbling idiot who didn't quite know what to say and didn't have the wit for the moment, and even though that can seem on its surface to be something to be embarrassed about, there's something very human about it. So you could make the argument, perhaps, that Sigrun brought Mimir closer to his humanity. And that's attractive. A lot of times when we talk about who we're attracted to, we will often talk about the things in them that we find attractive. Like, you know, I think that person's beautiful and they have awesome values and their sense of humor is great and blah, 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 blah. But another thing that is a massive metric that I think some people just don't pay attention to is, what does that person bring out in you? Because you turn into a certain something when you're around that person. And if it brings you closer to an authenticity that you either long for, feel secure in, whatever, that can really be the cherry on top of the experience you have of wanting to increase your intimacy with somebody. So Mimir having Sigrun, this like stunning person to him, come sit next to him, and him kind of stumbling for his words and feeling like he's not worthy. What a great feeling when you constantly are in a room where you're knowing you're the smartest man alive and your wit gets you through just about anything. Just very neat.
And suddenly I felt more at ease. Almost eerily so. A calm within each other's storms, I suppose.
They had a way of describing that. Peace dwells among us.
Lovely, brother.
No.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, we get a little vulnerability from Kratos. Look at that, talking about Faye. Get out of here. Come on, boys. Give me that brotherly intimacy. It's great.
Is it worth what it'll cost you? I wonder.
Yeah, just dudes being bros, you know? Awesome. I do need to unlock more of those things in order to progress, I think, Gunnar's story, so we're going to do that. Oh, there's a boss door. Not ready for you. Seven of 13. Damn. You got a ways to go.
We've come this far. Anything we need this moment.
Oh, shit.
Behind you, brother!
Oh, God. Trying to get too fancy here. Tried to get a little too fancy. All right. Keep it moving.
Mimir, let's speak more of coming to know Sigrid.
Right. Where were we? After the ice was broken, we fell to talking more regularly, even making a point to do so. It was all I could do to enjoy our company responsibly, staying mindful of our respective positions and keep from crossing any line that would make things difficult for us to recover from.
Wise.
Well, mostly. I'm always wisest in the parts I let myself remember.
Yeah. Vulnerable for Mimir to acknowledge the times when he's makes a impulsive decision or an emotional one. If he subscribes to the binary that emotion bad and intellect good, as many people do and shouldn't, yeah. I'm wise in the moments that I like to remember, and I put away the moments where I do not live up to a particular standard that I or the people around me have. Or to use Mimir's meta, I put away the things that I believe are going to lead to me being either under or not appreciated. I contextually remember and focus on the things that people are going to admire and appreciate and acknowledge, because that's what fills my tank. It's really cool. I mean, all of us have certain buckets that we like to put our energy into, certain ways that we want to be perceived, how we want to be remembered, etc. And it's impossible for us to remember everything about ourselves and everything we ever did, which is kind of a weird experience. But we do sometimes pick and choose the things that we remember. And in particular, we pick and choose the judgments we place on the things we remember. And so if you're a person that holds yourself to a particular standard that is not particularly healthy for your sense of self-worth or esteem, you really ought to reevaluate that. And also, I think it's important for all of us to try to stay as away from as possible from a myopic understanding of ourselves, where you do diversify, you do remember the times that you were maybe embarrassed by something, you remember the times where you screwed up, but you also remember your successes. I'm a big believer in counterbalancing. So if you're going to spend X amount of time and energy on all the shit that you've done wrong, that you believe makes you a bad person, you have to counteract that with the same amount of energy at least. That says, what are some ways that you're potentially a good person and what are some things that you've done well? Because it creates a more rich understanding of who we are. And so if Mimir is going through that process and is starting to become more willing to unlock some of his impulsivity, maybe some of the times where he's not the smartest man in the world in a particular moment, good for him.
Incoming! Above you!
Cool. Dude, if there are any more pots I can break, I need 6 more. Alright, boss time.
Look, brother! I see the one you need to get there! Watch your left! Left side, brother!
Alright, we gotta get rid of it. Gotta get rid of these side guys first. Oh, God!
Behind you! Incoming!
Alright, big boy.
Got him! Count it, Valhalla!
Yeah, Valhalla. Count. Throwing a spear will cause the next spear to form with a random elemental siphon. Drastically increases the power of drop nose whale. Ooh, or the blessing of might. Ooh, I think I like that. Have you been enjoying the extra challenge of playing these combat sequences on the harder difficulty? Oh yeah, yeah. And I honestly, if I wasn't streaming, I probably would play it on even higher of a difficulty. But I don't want these playthroughs to just be me getting slaughtered over and over again, or like these fights taking forever. So this is a very nice balance for me. I like playing games on hard difficulties. I just don't on stream because the majority of people who watch my channel aren't watching for the gameplay, and I'm well aware of
Grand!
that.
We should be free to move up to the next area now.
So yes, I have been enjoying it. Oh, that's convenient. Oh, look at that! Woohoo! All right. Oh, actually, was this a good idea? I don't know.
Nasty hit! You alright, brother?
Oh my God. Why aren't these sticking? Come on. Get together, buddy. Oh my god. Alright. God damn it, dude! Put your shield up, Kratos. Dude, this spear just...
Freeze it up, brother!
Fuck. Spear doesn't do shit to this guy. Oh my god. God damn. Alright. Valley the Oathguard. Travelers. As inescapable in Valhalla as they were across the realms. Valley was one of the three who ignored Birgir's plea to reject the lies Odin told them. If you remember, Odin promised them a paradise in exchange for their loyalty. Valhalla does not seem a paradise to me, but if this is where they came in death, I hope they fought their way to wisdom as I seek to. Ooh, he's got some empathy for these guys. Dude, that was a little too close for comfort. Alright. Come back, Helios.
Kratos, about this boat captain. If you needed his key to save others, why does it seem to bother you so? Your actions in this case seem justified.
The captain was swallowed by the Hydra before I was able to kill it. When I entered its maw to retrieve the key, the captain had somehow survived, dangling over a fall that would surely kill him. I saw the terror in his eyes as he fought to hold on, and then relief when he believed I would save him. Instead, I took the key and dropped him to his death. And it was all for nothing. The women were dead by the time I reached them.
It's an interesting one. Because I wonder if Kratos would see it differently if the women had survived. Maybe. But it does seem like there's a... So, oh man. It's really interesting because I've talked about this a bit, and I want to revisit it because I do think that it's a very important theme, and it's one that anybody who has any interest in their life in doing some of the type of work that Kratos is doing, you're going to come across this, which is that, like, as you get older and have more diverse experiences, you have a higher capacity for empathy, just in general, let alone with yourself. And that even means in hindsight. So, did Kratos actually recognize the fear in that man's eyes and the desperation? Or did he see something different? Like, was he not as tuned into that? Maybe he had so heavily objectified this guy and the need for the key that he dehumanized him and didn't really pay attention to it in the moment. It could be both. And now that Kratos possesses such a high capacity for empathy and thoughtfulness around his decision making, he's looking back at this going, oh my God, like I saw this guy holding on for dear life thinking that I was going to save him. I threw him off a cliff after I got what I needed from him, and that feels terrible to me. And that, coupled with the hindsight knowledge of knowing that the key was worthless anyway, means that he is more likely to focus on that decision as being the wrong one. Even though at the time, with the information he had and the capacity he had, perhaps it seemed like there was no other choice to make if he wanted to save those people. So we're seeing the real struggle of growth here, where when you view things that happened in your past empathically, that can be a very painful exercise. And so where you would want to steer him, if you're me or his therapist or whatever, is, okay, so let's imagine that scenario happened again. What would you use from that experience to make a decision now? And what decision would you make now if you were presented with the same opportunity? And getting him to think about how these things can be operationalized in the present. That instead of sitting there and constantly replaying that moment and dwelling on what you could have done differently, we think about how we might act differently now. Are there any scenarios or decisions in your life that you have to make right now that having that in your mind could help you make a better decision about with the information you have now? That's a really important piece of the growth process. So, you know, sometimes people think that when you talk to a therapist, it's about beating the shit out of yourself for your past. No, it's about reframing your past, understanding why you did the things that you did and made the decisions you made, and asking yourself how that informs what you would do now. Because that's really all we have control over. All right, am I going to get Helios when I jump down? No. Would you look at that?
Hard not to take Valhalla up on some help, even if it's just for this attempt.
Oh, I can't buy a resurrection stone. Guess I'll take the health burst. I'll take the DrMick crest. Why not? Eldrin, thank you for the 7 months. Really digging this random runic thing every time I hit a spear. Very neat. What is this?
Let's see. Specific feats that Valhalla is prepared to reward, is it?
Stun grab 4 enemies, kill 3 enemies without taking damage from enemy attacks. Yeah, let's do it. Cool. Okay. No resurrection stone to speak of. Not that I want to rely on it. You gotta climb without the rope, right, Batman?
Of Sparta.
Ah, what's up, dude? I'd say it's good to see you, but it's not. Let's go.
That must be the one Valhalla considers a challenge. Strike with your shield, damn it! I suppose Valhalla's impressed with that.
Bet your sweet ass they are. Look at that. Every freaking elemental thing possible on this bird.
Mind the tail, you imbecile! From behind, incoming! From behind, incoming!
Alright, let's keep it going. We're doing alright. Alright. Don't nobody worry about me. You blind behind you! Behind you, idiot! Cool. Like that. Why not?
Who are these lowlifes? Is it healing itself?
Oh, bitch.
Disrupted, you halfwit! Incoming dive!
Oh, we rocking now. Kind of want to go to that boat. I forgot about it. I want to go there. I want to get it this time. Determined. I don't have enough rage, but I should have probably refilled it before I came out here, but whatever. Let's go.
On your right! Behind you, dummy!
Trouble if I gotta fight these.
Incoming, back here! There it is, they're all dead. Good for you, Kratos, good killing.
Could have been better, but that's what I wanted to do. Man, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know that I'm ready for tier. Like, I'm kind of interested in doing more of these.
Try another weapon, idiot! Line behind you!
Not exactly what I wanted to do there. Can't go up there. Okay. Oh, I thought I got him.
Enjoying this, aren't you?
Alright, let's go take a gander at these chests here real quick.
Oh, don't hurry up and make a decision on my account.
Alright, so no resurrection stone for me, apparently. We'll take the rage burst. Take the range damage. Okay, alright, mastery task unlocked. Screw it. Let's go. Let's go have some fun.
Great job not hurrying. You two like your fights tougher after all. Don't let him club us! Untether yourself, man! You win this round, Kratos.
Yeah, I do. Bitch. Oh, another Minotaur.
The one you need to slay. It's charging at us.
Oh, shit.
Poison at your back, nitwit.
Dude, it's always the ads. Oh, shit. Oh. Damn. No, that's all right. That's okay. I was not confident that we were going to be able to beat Tyr there, so I'd have rather done that.
Well, if I have any advice, I think it's high time to invest in some personal upgrades.
Yep.
Valhalla's compliments, General.
Perhaps we get more story from Ear.
Air.
A blessing. Valhalla recognizes your determination. Let it empower you as you evolve.
Oh, come on. Give me more story. Fine. You know what? Maybe it's time for a new fit. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. You know, a little shopping does good for the... Ooh, Girdle of Undying Pyres. Yes. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. What the hell? I didn't know that this was a thing. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Come on. Clean. There we go. You know, when you wear a nice outfit, you see the outfit. When you wear the perfect outfit, you see the man. I see the man.
We did more things and more things to do. Check.
I'm honored to bear witness to your journey here, Kratos.
Thank you. Honored to put it on display for you.
It's never been easier to be better.
Large increase in the amount of echoes. I'm becoming more interested in those. What do you like so much about that outfit? I don't know. It's just cool. Like the red, like, sort of like damaged, like withering, I think is cool. Wish we could have a tuxedo for Kratos. That would be actually pretty awesome. More than anything, I'd like that it's new.
Better than the last. You're adapting to Valhalla well.
Thank you.
Sigrun, been wondering, are the remaining Vanir and Aesir playing nice in Vanaheim?
The Asgardian relocation hasn't exactly been smooth sailing. But Hildisvini and Lady Sif are keeping the ship headed in the right direction. The people seem to understand compromise is their best path to prosperity, at least.
Truth be told, I was hoping the old boar would have to call on me to smooth things over. But it's good to hear he and Sif have it under control.
Freya hopes they'll join the council once the peace settles.
Thank you, Grimnir. Alright, let's go. Let's get back at it. Get back to work.
Left side, brother!
It's interesting to me that DLC is dealing with the now what of what happens after you depose a tyrant. Yep. Not an easy adjustment.
Ah, the key again.
We will talk later.
Ooh, baby. Love it. All right.
Let us hear more of your early days with Sigrun.
Of course. I remember there came a banquet. I forget the occasion. But I remember how breathtaking she looked when our eyes met in the crowd. She beamed and pulled a friend by the wrist to come meet me. "This is my good friend Mimir," she said. "He's probably the smartest man alive." The truth is, brother, it was never something I believed. Not until she said it. Not until that moment when she perceived me as what I'd aspired to be. That moment, that extraordinary moment, I felt, in some indescribable way, home.
That's cool. That's cool. This person who I admire and am super attracted to has confirmed for me something I've always wished about myself. That's cool. I will say it's beautiful. Okay, I'm not trying to be Mr. Curmudgeon on this, but I want to offer a bit of a alternative perspective on this, just a small one. Okay, I'm not trying to over-therapist this. It does reinforce that Mimir is reliant upon external validation. The ideal scenario would be that Mimir starts to connect with his intelligence and his worth to the world, and then she confirms it. in a way that he's already been talking to himself about. And when he says, I've always doubted it, never quite connected with it, and then she said it, and now I believe it, that is, process-wise, a reliance on an external force to validate him. So it's beautiful. It's awesome. I love that it was meaningful to him. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing that it happened, but there is still work to be done there for Mimir around that. Because there are some folks who, because they have such struggle with self-worth and engage such unhealthy narratives about themselves, will overly rely on other people around them to counteract those narratives. And I'm here to tell you, you do not want to be that person. You don't want that to be the thing that drives you, because other people are not as invested in you as you are, nor should they be. And when you are building up your own internal world into a beautifully nuanced, healthy, productive thing, you'll start to surround yourself by people who confirm that, rather than provide the foundation for it. And then you're kind of living and dying by people's affirmation of you instead of by your own internal affirmation. And that can be a pretty chaotic way to be. So it's beautiful. And I want to, you know, talk, I would say to him directly, I think that's awesome. It's awesome that she had that moment with you and that she said that and that it confirmed that. It's a thing of beauty. But Mimir, I do want to point out that that's another example of you looking for external affirmation and reassurance on something that you don't feel particularly stable about. And I'm wondering how we could build some of that own internal dialogue and your own internal affirmation so that you're not constantly holding off on confirmation of something until the right person tells you that it's true. Because that makes you susceptible to influence in a way that's not great. It's how Odin got his feet in the door. It's how Sigrun in some ways got her feet in the door. Like, it's how people get in the door on you, is they put the cherry on top. And then you idealize them as the result of that. And you'll do anything for them in order to continue to get their affirmation. That's not healthy, dude. Well, it's sort of, Pharaoh, yeah. Like, he's not that myopic that he's the only smartest man alive. It's what I'm more talking about is that he has a degree of insecurity around several things that he looks to other people to affirm on his behalf instead of building it up himself. And that can be not great. He needs to be able to talk himself up and engage with his own sense of worth rather than relying on other people to perpetuate it for him. All right. Got a weapon rune. I actually didn't check that door over there. Is that a mixed rune over there? Let's go this one. God. Is that a kitty I hear?
Come on, get ready!
Key.
We're fire crossed, brother! Stay alert! Fire cross, behind you!
No. What? It will be hilarious to me if they eventually patched it to give it a dark mode setting. Oh man, I just wish that would have made it through quality control. The DLC is perfect except for that. Ugh.
Mimir, what happened next with Sigrun?
She had introduced me as a good friend. And though I couldn't be entirely sure what she meant by it, for once I wasn't concerned with an outcome. Regarding Sigrun, I knew my answer was yes. The question itself seemed secondary.
You were not upset she called you friend.
Show me someone for whom friendship means lack of love, and I'll show you someone who wonders why their lovers never end up being worth their time.
Perhaps. But you did not express your feelings.
Oh, I don't think she could have escaped noticing them. I just never asked her anything I felt sure she'd have to refuse.
Ugh, gross. Oh, Mimir. Oh, Mimir. Oh, Mimir. We've already talked about it. Same thing. Okay, it's the exact same thing. He's making decisions on behalf of Sigrun. That's all it is. He's so smart that he's gotta just be smart for her too. And in reality, that ends up making him dumb. Kratos has a really important point here, which is that not that you have to do it immediately, but when you develop a degree of desire and intimacy for somebody that extends beyond the dynamic of relationship that they're consenting to, you do need to tell them. You should tell them. Because, one, if they reciprocate that, then they can tell you they reciprocate it. Or if they don't, they can tell you they don't. And then you can negotiate what the relationship is going forward. Mimir saying, I wouldn't ask her questions that she could refuse. That's, ugh. It's taking too much control. That shows a level of disrespect of Sigrun being an autonomous individual who's able and willing to make her own decisions based on the information in front of her. And maybe that means she makes a decision that she doesn't want to engage in a relationship with him. And maybe it means she makes a decision that she does want to engage in a relationship with him. And part of me thinks that he's more afraid of her saying she wants to than her saying she doesn't want to. Because then he's got to continue to wrestle with all these insecurities and stuff that come up for him. Hard to know. I'd want to ask him. But at the end of the day, don't make decisions like that for other people. Stay in your lane, man. Like, he just shoots himself in the foot with all that bullshit. And again, if you want a reminder on projection, go back to episode 1 where I laid out the whole baseline of that. Because that's exactly what this is. Come on, my brother. People don't get taught this. Okay, so like my like ugh is not how I would actually react to Mimir. Like I would react to him with a level of empathy, trying to understand how he got there, his lack of development, lack of understanding, etc. Like I'm empathic to the fact that he struggled there with that. It just hurts to watch because it's something you see too often from folks. And it really, you shoot yourself in the foot in the worst of ways when you engage with your projections instead of the reality of the situation. It's a bummer. A bummer for both people. Because if Sigrun is interested and then he's kind of coming off as if he's not because he's staying distant from his desires, she may turn it off too. And I can't say that I'd blame her.
Behind you! Poison!
There another one?
Above you! Watch out!
I'm getting good at doing these without getting hit. All right, here we go. Alcove of Growth. Wow. Look at that. Just get a free little alcove. I like that.
Your relationship with Sigmund. Why so reluctant to tell her how you felt?
She was on the Valkyrie's path, preparing to transcend her corporeal form. That was her focus, her chosen purpose, and I didn't want to suggest myself as an obstacle. I suppose I let some part of myself imagine she might recognize my affection, even reciprocate it. But now that we know what she was running from, obviously she'd never again risk choosing love over duty. A unique, heartfelt friendship, that is what could endure. And that is what I chose to embrace.
You don't get to make that choice. He assumes he has way more power than he actually has. Like, seriously, he's trying to control shit he can't control, and he is not seeing control where he has control. She's a big girl. She can decide. You put your affections on the table, and she says, you know what? This is a worthy obstacle to me becoming a Valkyrie. That's her choice. You want to take like a feminist view of this entire thing, you can make the argument that it's quite misogynistic of Mimir to make that choice on her behalf. The feminism in this is her choice. It's her being able to make an informed decision about the variables that are on the table. If Sigrun decides that she wants to give up being a Valkyrie because Mimir is the greatest thing since sliced bread, because he means that much to her, and she wants to forego it because he said that he is interested in pursuing a relationship, then that's her decision. He seems to believe that he possesses enough power that if he puts something on the table, it holds a gun to her head and makes her do it, and that's not what it is. Like, maybe she says, I'll do both. And a really important distinction to make that we make frequently in these playthroughs, including this one, is, are you making that decision, Mimir, because you don't want to be with a Valkyrie, because you don't want her career, so to speak, to be the most important thing in her life, and you don't want to be second to that, and she's explicitly told you that you would be, because then if he wants to set that boundary, by all means. But if you're making that decision as a way to make her decision by proxy because you're trying to anticipate what she will, won't do, etc., that ain't it. You got to make decisions based on your experience and the things that you want and need. You don't get to decide what that is for other people. So he ends up shooting himself in the foot. They're playing games instead of just having a nice direct conversation. Hey, I really like you. I adore you. And it's painful for me to have to sit and think about whether you are going to go on and be a Valkyrie and what that could mean for us. He might even say, I'm worried that if I share my affections, that it's going to put you in a position where you second guess being a Valkyrie. That would be an okay thing to say. But making that decision on her behalf, not okay. There is a richness of such an intimate conversation that could be had between the two of them if they would just talk about what's going on. Sigrun too, but we're hearing Mimir's side of things, so I have to go with what he gives us. It's just, it's like, dude. Now the hope is, because he's going through Valhalla, that he's doing the same thought exercises that Kratos is doing. And he's hopefully gaining some insight into that. So that he stops focusing on making decisions on behalf of other people and staying 13 steps ahead of them and focuses on the first step that he needs to make in a given moment.
Even a short-term advantage could pay off.
Perhaps Tyr should do couples counseling for Sigurd and Mimir. Why not?
This choice may hurt a little.
Maybe Cog. Not necessarily. God.
Crossfire on your right!
Let's see. Let's chuck this guy as far as we can. Ah.
There's the one Valhalla singled out for you.
Where? Where?
I'm summoning reinforcements.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Parry and strike, brother.
Oh, good. Oh, God. Two of them, huh?
Flash on. Don't let them hit you. Be wary of that tail.
Damn it, dude. Holy shit. Trying to get some.
Parry and strike, brother.
No. God damn it. I didn't want to pull up the goddamn sword.
On your left.
I'm trying to not lock on.
Behind you. Look out.
Dude. Oh my god.
Be wary of that tail.
Oh, this is so frustrating.
Left side, brother. That's the one you needed.
Hated that. God damn it, dude. Oh boy, burned all 3 resurrection stones on that stupid ass fight.
Grand. We should be free to move up to the next area now.
Can't wait. Dude.
Steel strike. Behind you. Look out.
God damn it, dude.
Oh, bollocks! Once more then.
No. Well. Oh. Not my night.
Well, that was demanding. Carry on.
Valhalla sees your progress.
Air.
This boon is yours. Valhalla sees you, recognizes your growth. Keep going. I'll tell you the next part of my story now, if
Thank
you
you.
listen.
Thank God. Yeah, it's all worth it.
I am listening.
Last thing I told you was that I'd become an apprentice to a mage healer of renown. I learned much from her, not just about the healing arts, but about how to live a complete life, a whole life, true to yourself. She was like a mother to me, which made it all the more painful when she too fell ill. It was the same illness that had taken my father. But this time would be different. It was my chance to apply everything she taught me to try and save her. Anyway, I think that's a good place to pause my story.
Oh my God, these cliffhangers are brutal, dude. Are you kidding me? That is a terrible place to pause your story.
Fresh rewards with a side of new opportunities.
My lord.
Valhalla, where legends are made and remade.
Yeah, almost as brutal as DrMick cliffhangers.
Better
Yeah.
yourself if and when you can, I always say.
She learned from the best, apparently. Oh my goodness.
A durable improvement.
It is all too common to fall to one of the chosen enemies of Valhalla. Don't lose heart.
Yeah.
Sigrun love, what's the latest on Midgard?
Life returns at last. After the Hellwalker desolation was followed by Fimbulwinter, I wondered if people would ever come out of hiding, or if there were any left to. But flowers bloom, the sun shines, and it's safe to travel the roads and rivers again. No one even seems to mind the giant serpent sunning himself across the mountaintops.
Glad to hear it. Jormungandr's a big softy when you get to know him.
And now that things aren't quite so desperate, raider attacks have declined. It's progress.
Nice. I like that.
And we'll go back in episode 8. Thank you, friends, for making the time. I appreciate you. And I am glad that you care about what I have to say. Please leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, all that fun stuff. You guys are the best. This playthrough's been fantastic. And I look forward to the next one. If you're binging, I'll see you over there. If you're waiting for the next one to come out, we'll get it out as fast as we can. I know, I'm like air tonight. Brutal. I appreciate you. You matter. See you on the next one.